What's up, guys? Welcome to a mini block here on youtube.com/NGR Radio. Remember, the mini block is your small dose of Nintendo when it matters most here on Nerds Gone Rogue. I'm Corey. Joining me as always is Edward. Ed,
Hi, alrighty.
there was a big Pokemon event in Tokyo about, what would you say, an hour ago-ish?
About probably 30, 35 minutes ago
Yeah.
from this recording.
So, Ed, there's been a lot of things. We have a lot to discuss right now.
Yes.
We're gonna try not to keep this video very long, but we're gonna make it very informative, very up to date, so you can be informed. So, okay, so I'm gonna go off these Game Informer articles. First of all, let's get the heavy hitter right out of the way. Where did you go? There you are. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee for Switch has been announced.
Yay!
We are returning to Kanto. It is all 151 original Pokemon plus their Alola forms. It's not quite a Pokemon game in the traditional sense. It's Game Informer's describing it as the game that bridges traditional Pokemon RPG, which we did get that announcement. 2019, the next full generation Pokemon coming in.
Yes.
Assuming next November.
That's what I'm thinking.
Pokemon always comes out in November. It's coming in November. Probably a really cool Switch variant. But Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are the Pokemon Switch games coming out this year. They are RPG light, where it's based off Pokemon Yellow, like we assumed, and Pikachu or Eevee, depending on which version you buy, which most of us I'm sure are gonna buy both. They follow you, and it's really cute when you watch the Eevee trailer. Eevee sits on the trainer's head, and then Pikachu just kind of travels behind you.
Yeah.
So what it does is there's not traditional wild Pokemon battles. It is Pokemon Go in that sense, where you take the Joy-Con, you spin the ball with the Joy-Con, and you throw it. And, depending on how powerful the ball you're throwing is, depends on, like, how powerful the Pokemon is. You kind of got to match it up, kind of just like Pokemon Go, right? But there are traditional trainer battles. There is co-op. There is competitive. And you just kind of... It's very, very Pokemon light. So, really interesting. And the interesting thing is it works with the that Pokemon device, that little Poke Walker thing that you could get for Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
It works with that. And according to Nintendo Everything, you can transfer your Pokemon between the two games. So they're meant to work together. So you can train your Pokemon... you can catch Pokemon out in the wild on Pokemon Go and transfer them to your game. Essentially,
Yes.
I think is what they're trying to get at. So,
Yes.
dang it, now I gotta play that game again. I haven't played it in like 2 years.
I've never played it at all.
Ugh.
I've seen other people play it, but I never played it.
So it's not quite the game we thought we were getting, but it's a cool kind of concept of what a 3D Pokemon could look like. The graphics are really cool looking. It's very very cool. Very kind of looks strikingly similar to the anime, actually, which the graphics are a lot better than I thought they were going to be. I don't know if you watched the trailer at all either, Ed, but
not yet.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just getting the news and trying to feed it to you on Twitter about it. So I was waiting for them to throw up some trailers and stuff for the game, because people was making gifs of parts of it, but they didn't have any video of it just yet. So I'll probably check it out after the recording.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna read this short little article from Game Informer real quick. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee for Switch bridges the gap between main series and Pokemon Go. The Pokemon Company has announced and confirmed that it is calling the next mainline Pokemon RPG games and a dedicated Pokemon-themed accessory are coming to Switch in November. Firstly, it's worth noting that these games are not the Pokemon Switch RPG that was announced at E3 2017. That game is coming in 2019, and these two games are separate. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee are inspired by Pokemon Yellow that take place in Kanto and serve as a console counterpart to Pokemon Go. They are designed and geared towards younger players taking their first steps into the Pokemon video game world, which is very smart. Although the exploration segments in the Let's Go games look similar to Sun and Moon, these games will be able. What? Hold on. I think there's a typo here. Let me read through it. Although the exploration segments in the Let's Go games look similar to Sun and Moon's, these games players will be able to catch Pokemon using the Switch motion controls and interface, for which those are nearly identical to Go's. The Pokemon also look nearly identical to their Go incarnations, albeit with smooth edging and higher res textures. The Pokemon Company also wants the Let's Go games to serve both newfound fans brought in by Go as well as mainline RPG games. Your central partner, whether it's Eevee or Pikachu, will be a bigger part of your team. You can pet, deepen your bond with them, and customize them with different outfits. You can also have one other Pokemon in your party follow you around, and you'll ride around on the larger ones such as Onix or Charizard. Yes! Get rid of Charizard. Get rid of Charizard. Woo!
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of the Onyx one, and everybody's going crazy for it.
Yeah, yes.
I want to see Charizard. I want to see how that looks.
Oh, it looks awesome. This Onyx one looks hilarious. So then they kind of announced some accessories and stuff. The Pokemon Company also wants the Let's Go games to serve both. I just read that the Let's Go games being on a console also have co-op, in-game co-op, in co-op mode. Each player can hold a Joy-Con and manage a single Pokemon in battle. Two players can also explore the field at the same time and make it easier to catch Pokemon. The new Pokemon Plus accessory can replace the Joy-Con while playing. It lights up and rumbles as you're playing. You can store a Pokemon in your Pokeball Plus and take it with you as you walk around outside the Pokemon Company's. Shinya Takahashi said some fun things might happen, which the company will talk about at a later date. Let's see here. It will also let you take your Pokemon out into the real world. So the last thing, the Pokemon Company also offered the following promise. Something special will be coming to the world of Pokemon Go, making the connection between both games even more appealing for trainers. Details for this will be revealed in the near future. The trailer for the game also said Go players would meet a, quote, a special Pokemon in Go by playing the Let's Go games. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and the Pokeball Plus will be available November 16th. So
I think October we'll get a Nintendo Direct about it, for more details.
I bet we get one sooner than that. I bet they'll show this game being played at E3 through the Treehouse. I don't know if they will actually make it part of their E3 presentation.
Right.
But I could see this having its own. It wouldn't surprise me if the Western side of Nintendo, if there was a Nintendo Direct coming, or a Pokemon Direct coming from Nintendo of America or Nintendo Europe at some time in the next week or so either. Because, like we said, this was a Japan Central thing.
Well, Nintendo, I think Nintendo of America was also tweeting it out. But yeah, probably a Direct could happen soon.
Yeah.
Sometime this week or next week. Well, not this week. I'll probably say next week. So, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I love the art. The art is really it's nice and clean.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah, it's clean. It's simple and clean, which is awesome.
Yeah. and if this is how the next Pokemon game will look, with a little bit more detail and colors, depending on what areas is going to be in that game, I'll still be for it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm, man. This sounds really cool. Honestly, to like, this is what I think people wanted from Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, to actually
Hmm.
be able to, switch Pokemon between Pokemon Go and those games, and it never really happened. And now it's happening because I think the infrastructure on the Switch allows it to be easier to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's really an interesting thing, though, where you can like go out and basically catch Pokemon almost, and what it seems like, at least, you can go catch Pokemon in Pokemon Go, bring them back, either train them or feed them through your phone while you're gone, if you don't want to take your Switch with you, and then bring it back and transfer them over and kind of make your way through the game. So
Cause they did say that all that stuff is done through Bluetooth. So, um,
yeah,
I think that's really cool.
yeah,
For it. Uh, Now it being $60, I, I I think it's a good price for it. I mean, if you're gonna put that many Pokemon, like all 151, and do a retelling of this game, and it's gonna look like that, yeah,
mm-hmm,
I like, cause they probably got more outfits. They probably got more things to do in the game that they haven't revealed yet. So I think it's gonna feel like a fuller Pokemon Go than its mobile counterpart.
yeah,
So for that price, I mean it's a Nintendo game. Uh, I I don't know. Only thing I don't know if the Pikachu and Eevee one will be like Corey. If you got the Pikachu one and I got the Eevee one, if we could trade during our systems. They
mm-hmm.
haven't mentioned anything for trading just yet, or if each of them going to have certain Pokemon that you need to trade with to get in the other game.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that's how it's gonna be because that's how Red, Blue, and Yellow all were. Like,
Okay.
I mean, that's how all the games are. I think like you have to trade, and then they created Wonder Trading, which was like you literally just throw a Pokemon out into the ether and it'll send you one back, from all the versions. So, uh, super super interesting. I want to hear more. I'm interested to hear more about the gameplay, like besides the Pokemon Go and catching the wild Pokemon aspect. I want to know what trainer
Hmm.
battles are like. I want to know what uh are there gyms, are there challenges, are there trials, are there, do you just raise your Pokemon and kind of make your way through the world and just collect? Like, I want to know what this game is. Uh so that's kind of all we know about Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. I'm excited. Not the game I thought it was going to be, but still kind of exciting. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we knew there was going to be some Pokemon Go functionality just because the Let's Go in the leaked logos was the Pokemon Go logo. So, uh, but
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
the next big news story is the next core Pokemon RPG is coming to Switch in late 2019. Uh, the Pokemon. This is also from Game Informer. Uh, we're using Game Informer because they were the first one to have stories up, apparently. So, the Pokemon Company says that Switch game will be more in the vein of previous Pokemon RPGs like X and Y and Sun and Moon, and had one additional detail. Tucked at the beginning of its press release was a release window for the next Pokemon RPG on Switch. Pokemon also announced that they are introducing its popular core RPG series, which was teased at last year's E3, will arrive in late 2019 on Switch for the first time. There's little else known about this game, but yeah, that's going to be the big one.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of knew that they weren't doing a full-on generation, right? Like, we either thought it was going to be what they're putting out as Pokemon, as Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, as like the original 151, kind of to get their feet wet, or, some kind of remake or just some kind of like spin-off game, right? We all thought that.
Hmm.
So, but How many Pokemon are there now? I don't even know.
Right now it's 800.
Jeez.
So I think this one, if they do another 150, I think there'll be 951. So I think we'll be close to 900 for right now. Um,
Jeez. I'm looking.
and
I'm looking
then
this up.
probably they'll be adding more, like the GameStop exclusive, like to come in the store and download it, then you can leave and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, this one, I am super excited for. What it's gonna be, how they're gonna do their battles. I think this one will probably have more online functionality because now Nintendo's online structure will be running around that time. So I think trading will be easier to do with people online. I think there could be tournaments. I think you could get a group of your friends and everybody could fight and uh, not so much place bets, but like win prizes for various Pokemon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, so I I don't know what I think the story's gonna have a more anime feel to it. So we'll get like animated cutscenes in this one. I think.
Yeah. What if the cutscenes were all done in the vein of the anime? Like, oh,
Oh,
that'd be really
they
cool.
they would need to. They literally would need to.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
uh,
Uh, I'm definitely excited. I think there'll probably be also two versions of this game.
yeah.
Um, I don't know what the starters will be. But they'll probably carry the elements still of fire, water, and grass.
Yeah.
But I think this one with this Pokemon, I think they should give you at least like all like six elements. Not the new ones that they're gonna create or bring in because they got something planned. They probably gonna bring in some new elements, but I would like to have like more than just the regular three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think recently though they've been like trying to give you Pokemon that either in their second or third evolution will have a secondary element added to
Mm.
them. So, uh, but again, I'm not really that sure. I haven't played Pokemon. The last one I bought was Pokemon X and Y. So, uh, yeah. But anyways, there's one more piece of news, Ed, that we need to get to, and we saved it for last because probably the least important to us anyway in our audience. There's a free to start action RPG Pokemon Quest available for Switch today. Pokemon Quest is a free to start. Nintendo's frankly more accurate terminology to describe free to play games. Action RPG that takes place on Tumble Cube Island, where everything is a cube, including the Pokemon. Players will be able to explore the island for hidden treasure, hunt treasure, make friends, cook, battle wild Pokemon called Pokexol, customize their base camp to improve both its looks and benefits. To power up your Pokemon, you will be able to find loot called Power Stones, which you will then customize your upgrade path. Your base camp will have the various Pokemon you've made friends with interacting. In the center of your camp is a cooking pot. As you find and cook different food, you'll attract different Pokemon, expanding your Pokedex, etc., etc. The game will feature mostly Pokemon from the first generation and can be controlled entirely through the Switch's touchscreen, but can also be controlled through the controller as well. The game is available through the Switch eShop and will be making its way also to iOS and Android devices in late June. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool, I guess. If you need a Pokemon fix on Switch, there it is.
Can I tell you, folks have been going crazy and they want Pokemon now in that style, like plushies and figurines and stuff. Like once they seen the Pikachu one, they were just
Dude,
like, "I need to have this."
I
I was
can't.
just like, "Yeah."
I'm looking at it right now. I can't stand it.
Uh,
I can't stand it. It looks like
I
it
love it.
looks like a rip.
It's super
It looks
cute.
like a rip off Pokemon game. Like that's what it looks like to me. I can't stand it. There's a Disney game that came out a couple years ago that looks just like this, and I can't stand it. Oh, I
Wow.
can't even look at it right now, man. It's just awful. Okay, I'm sure it's fun. whatever. I'm sure it's fine, but
I mean, people are downloading. I'll download it a little bit after this showing, and I'll report it back on it on the next Power Block.
yeah,
Because I think it was a good way how they just introduced this before they got into the meat of it, and people just and people see and they be like, oh, this is cute, and once Pokemon look cute, a lot of people get hyped about it. And it's just like, okay, yeah, it might not be for me, but marketing wise, if they put this out in a real, in shops and stuff, people are going to try to import this or they're going to try to buy one
yeah,
because
yeah,
of how cute it is.
yeah. I'm looking. I'm on. Like only the Pikachu one is available on Amazon right now. I'm sure later. I'm sure soon the Eevee one will be as well. I want to.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how the games are different. Like sometimes, starting probably more with Gold and Silver than Red and Blue. Well, I guess Yellow also. Like Yellow was different from Red and Blue, but like I'm interested to see how the versions differ. I'm interested to see like Eevee's interaction with the world compared to Pikachu's. I mean, because that's going to be a huge deal. Is those Pokemon's interactions with the world,
Yeah.
and how they're different. I wonder if they're going to be able to accept the the evolution stones. I wonder if they're going to be able to like do different things because they're like special Pokemon. Like it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I know Best Buy they should have both of them up for pre-orders. They just announced that they had it up, so I didn't actually get the look if they had Eevee yet.
Yeah.
As for me, I'm not gonna pre-order it. It's one of those I'm gonna walk into the store and just buy it.
Yeah.
Kind of things.
Yeah, because every store in the entire world is gonna have like 5 million copies of this, and I'm sure there's gonna be a Switch bundle with it in it. It's gonna be all over the place.
Well, this is going to be the crazy thing. They're going to have all of those copies, and they're going to sell out at the end of the day or or the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Like this, because of Call of Duty and Red Dead has getting their stuff out in October. Nintendo has all of November to themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's more Switch sales for the system. And that's why I feel like they probably going to dominate the holiday season. I think that Pokemon game, if the reviews are good or people just don't care about the reviews and buy it, Nintendo guy probably going to have November sold up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, Pokemon's going to be a hard game to compete with in November.
Shoot, dude, their stock jumped up. Like the Pokemon company stock just jumped.
I'm sure it did. So, yeah. I mean, I'm excited to return to this region. I don't know what the game is, but just assuming by what they're talking about, I wish it was a little bit deeper. But at the same time, I'm like, this might be a good way to get me back in the flow of a Pokemon game, and then next year will be the big one. So
yes.
But anyways, that's kind of it for this mini block. Ed, I don't know if you have anything else to add, Pokemon wise. There was a lot of other stuff that happened today, but I want to save that for the podcast in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, like that cool Zelda 3DS was announced, and there's a couple other things too. But the Mega Man amiibo,
what'd you think of the price of the Pokeball? They haven't announced it or nothing, but what do you think the price is going to be? I think it's going to be $19.99 or $14.99.
I was going to say $20 or $25. It'll be around there because the other one was about $20, right? That one you wore on your arm for Pokemon Go was about $20, right?
So yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I can't see it. If it is more, I can't see it being much more. So. Yeah. Anyways,
I think I do like the Pokeball. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool to you can hang it on your keychain or whatever. Like if you're like driving to work or whatever, and just kind of have it in your pocket or whatever. Like I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think they say it also does extra stuff when you take it out. So who knows what
Yeah.
that is? But yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyways, this has been a Nerds Gone Rogue mini block. Remember to download Nintendo Power Block every Tuesday and Friday here on youtube.com/NGRradio, NGRradio.com, or your podcast service of choice. Mini blocks usually stay up on the YouTube page, but I may throw this up on the feed just because Pokemon is so big and so important. And we did tell everybody on our last episode that we would talk about this at some point on the podcast. So this may go up as a separate thing. So anyways, if you're watching this, subscribe, check out our other content. This is a big deal, so I'm sure we're going to get a lot more views on this video than we normally do. Check out our other content, our Let's Play shows, our family of podcasts, our extra shows. There's a lot of stuff going on here at Nerds Gone Rogue. So yeah. Anyways, you can find Ed at that retro code on Twitter. You can find me at CoreyNHD. Subscribe. We will be talking more Nintendo on Nintendo Power Block and everywhere on Nerds Gone Rogue. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, we love you.
Pika pika, everybody.